Okay, hi y'all. Well, the inside of Spiderwortstudio is done and I'm about to show it to you. Now here, this, in the next year or two, will be a porch. So come on in. And we will give you a tour. Okay. Over here, we have the adjustable height desk and easel. I brought the paints out. I've yet to bring out my butcher trays that I use for painting, and our handy dandy remote controls here. Okay, let's turn on the ceiling fan. I like that ceiling fan. It is so cool. Okay, so got my gaming chair out here. If I get tired of sitting, all I gotta do is crank this. Either go up or go down. Well, right now I don't have the thing legs right, so I'm not gonna mess with it. Okay, then here on the wall, I'm going to have some thick felt boards. I don't know what you call them, boards, but they're squares on the wall for putting inspiration photos up and moving them around and putting my thumbnails up and deciding on what the proper composition will be for my artwork. Okay, now, of course, we have our lovely mini split and our light unit, kind of bright. We can make it down less, we can make it warmer or cooler. Really nice, really like it. And I'm going to turn on this beautiful pendant light here. I hope I'm getting the right switch.
Nope.
I'm still figuring things out. No, that switch was the one for the sconce lights up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got all kinds of lights.
I got all kinds of lights, yeah. And as you'll see on the inside of these window frames, put white cedar in here. I love the smell of it, and it invites the wee folk. I'm a firm believer in wee people. Or maybe not so wee. They're around because there's all sorts of critters, and I believe that each plant has a life of its own. So, anyway, then we got our area here. I'm going to be rearranging everything in here as I see the need to and get all this done. But yeah, I love my Meeden drawer sets because I just pull them out, take them over there, or pick out the brushes that I want to take with me. And of course, then I can put them in here and I can go. And I have an old aluminum easel in the house that I got to bring out here. Got more of those lights down there. Okay, so I loved this cupboard so much when we put it in the breakfast nook that I decided I was going to do one out here. So I have, like, up here are these are pigments for egg tempera. So essentially you take just a tiny bit of the fine powder and you put an egg yolk in it, just a drop of vinegar, and it makes egg tempera paint, which is what, the Venus de Milo picture or painting. Most people just call it Venus on the half shell. Anyway, so we got more space for more paint and all the different kinds, from fabric dyes up here to various colors of ink to we have water mixable oil paint. Haven't tried them yet, but I'm going to. And my handy dandy cutter for trimming things like if I print out cards that are too big for envelopes, so then I trim them down a little bit. And of course your acrylics and all the stuff that goes with that. As well as I want to get back into painting with furniture stain. I used to do that. Make a whole painting with furniture stain. So yeah, I've got all this paper, of course, and somewhere in here, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Brand new pad of paper, and this is black, heavyweight, 300-pound paper. Boy, am I gonna have some fun with that. Definitely. Because 300-pound paper can take a lot of water and can create a lot of great effects. So let's see, down here is some tools that aren't used quite so much, palette knives. They're really handy for more than painting. We use them for doing the caulking on here. And it's still kind of, I should have sanded it. But I don't care because that makes it kind of look like it's an old, I don't know, Irish, Mediterranean, whatever. Got age to it. Okay, let's finish these up. Okay, these are my drafting sets. Nice room in here for those. And I even have an electric eraser. So yeah, I put Joe put the doors on these. I thought that would be okay. But over here, I didn't want to because it's right here by the wall and the receptacle and everything. So down here on the bottom shelf, we have my favorite salt, because sprinkling Epsom salt when you have a really wet surface with your paint, you sprinkle the Epsom salt on it, not when it's completely sopping, but it's still got some dampness, almost wetness to it, and it will make it look like you got ice crystals. And of course, some of the bigger salt, if I want a variety of sizes, like this is sea salt in here, we spread it out on the cutting board and roll it with a rolling pin, and then I get a variety of shapes and sizes. So yeah. And the handy dandy thing I'm using here is, let me move these out of the way. This is for pan lids in the kitchen. So I just put it on its side and I put my tablets of paper in it.
That works.
Yep, it works real good. Go ahead and slide this back in here. Okay, so eventually, well, probably in the next week or two. I don't know. I gotta take a break from rearranging things out here and get everything done for that art show in Mount Dora. That's one of the first couple weeks in December. But I want to get one of my little fold-up bookcases out here and put the books in it that I like to refer to, especially when I'm doing botanicals, to try to get the parts of the flowers correct. And so this table is going to be gone. I'm not going to keep this out here. It's just right now the handy place for the wood slices that I'm going to be painting watercolor on, sealing them, and then they will be going to that art fair. And I've done some of the characters from the storyteller, monks of mulberry. That's what those two guys are. They're part of my monks of mulberry, which I gotta write that story. And then of course this is kind of like How to Train Your Dragon theme. Yeah. So putting those over here. And when I get finished, I don't know if I'm going to do them all for this thing in Eldora. I don't know if they're going to all be from the Storyteller series, or if I'm going to just do some of them that I'll just splatter and paint every old which way to see what happens. Because sometimes you get some really pretty flowers that way. So, yeah, I'm going to take some ink pens and some thread art and make some cards of some sort, maybe for people to give gift cards. So anyway, it's beautiful out here. You stand here and look out the door, and we have, it's so pretty out there. You know, you got the chickens walking out there. Can you see those, or you need to step over this way, hon?
No, I see.
Yeah, we get the girls out there, and of course we've been using a little green truckie to bring things in and out. But yeah, thanks for watching, and now you know what it's like, but we haven't shot the ceiling yet. We gotta do that. Yeah, got a pan up here. Joe did a real good job, and Joe and Joseph. And I love this. Yeah, it's white cedar up there, and then this is a pine piece with the rope design in it, and I just gently rubbed it with a color called Snowbound.
Yeah.
And I just thought it just added the perfect touch in here, made it kind of meet with the coloration, kind of meet with these sconces over here, which aren't completely done. I'm gonna put some fall leaves in there. That space that's between that and the ceiling is perfect for change of seasons that we don't have here in Florida. So I'm gonna put some fall leaves up there and get some, I've got some little fairy figurines. And then when it's snowy, I might just put fairy lights up in here. I don't know. I kind of have some ideas, but there's so much to do. So anyway, yeah. Last thing to tell you is I have designs now on Spoonflower. It is Spiderwortstudio. If you put that in the search on Spoonflower, it'll show you my designs. And I have an Etsy store, but it's been kind of glitchy lately. So I'm going to try to work that out. So if you want to do some Christmas shopping through that way, you can. Or if you live in Eustis, Florida, Umatilla, Leesburg area, you could easily get in touch with me and buy something, you know, because I got a lot of stuff that I'm popping out here. And I'm having so much fun, it should be illegal. Anyway, all right, gonna let you go. You have a great rest of your weekend. Beautiful evening. We're gonna have a beautiful sunset here. There's lots of clouds in the sky. So it's gonna be really colorful. And thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up, hit the notification bell and all that. And we'll see you again soon. I upload every Monday.